Good afternoon, well, morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're seeing this. This is Brin with Assured Auto Works with a coronavirus update, right? Just what you need, more coronavirus update, especially from a small business automotive repair shop owner. First and foremost, I'm very curious. You guys have a lot of time on your hands at this point, is my guess, many of you anyways. I'm curious to hear, like, what are you doing? What's good in your life? Are you able to take advantage of, family time and get really connect and bond at this time? Or have you got some of those projects you've been putting off because you didn't have time, but now you have time. I want to know what's going on. What are you guys doing with this extra time? I mean, I think that would be really kind of cool just to hear. So if you'd like to share, man, I'd love to hear it. Brin at AssuredAutoWorks.com. That's BRIN at AssuredAutoWorks.com. Or you can, on our social media stuff, if you're following us. If not, follow us. But if you are following us, send us some information in there. We'd love to hear what you're doing with your time. But I did want to give you a coronavirus update. Obviously, you're all hearing about this stuff nonstop, and I apologize for having to do this, but I want to make sure that you're aware of a few things. First and foremost, the governor has decided that he wants us to stay home, which is a really good piece of advice at this point. We think it's time to take that seriously. He's decided that we need to stay home. So limited to essential business, basically. Limited to essential things. So you need to stay home unless you need to go to the grocery store, unless you need to go to the doctor, and hopefully not, but if you need to go to the hospital, you can go. But one of those essential businesses, by the way, is Assured Auto Works. No, it's automotive repair. And I'm not telling you because I'm trying to be strategic with our marketing right now. That's not what's happening here. What's happening here is, because we've been deemed essential automotive repair, and that's on a national level, because we've been deemed essential, we feel like it's our job at this point to step up and do what we can to help. So we are essential, we're open. I just want you guys to know we're here if you need us. We need you to stay at home. Everybody's got to do their part. We're not saying the drive, no, that's the opposite is the case. Please stay at home unless you have to go somewhere. But if you do need reliable transportation, just in case something comes up, you need to go somewhere, we're here. So just keep that in mind. And a couple things I wanted to share with you so that you understand what we're doing to do, our part here is each of us individually are doing what we can to be responsible outside of this, business hours, normal business hours. But we're also being very, very careful here. Our office is closed, our waiting area is closed, we're not taking appointments. In fact, we're not allowing customers in and out, or we're trying to keep it down as very minimal. We're trying to do as much business as we can remotely. Some examples of some specifics here. If you want to drop your vehicle off, you don't even have to come in contact with us at all. You don't even have to see us. Now that would kind of make us a little bit sad, but we wouldn't judge you because we want to see you. If you didn't mind seeing us, what we would probably do is, what we've been doing is greeting you outside, making sure we're keeping that distance to make sure that that you're aware that we know you're here and that your car's here and that we've got it. We got you covered. Don't think twice about it. But if you don't even want to go that far, you can put your keys in an envelope and drop your keys in the mail slot. Just let us know when you're setting that appointment. We can take payments remotely. You don't have to be here to take payments. For the most part, every once in a while we run into a situation where a card can't be processed remotely, but for the most part we're taking payments where you don't even have to come. We can make arrangements where we leave the keys in your vehicle if it's during normal business hours and you don't want to even have to deal with us, that's fine. We can make sure the invoice and the keys in the vehicle, obviously. If it's after hours, we can do the same thing. We can make arrangements for all of that stuff. The other thing is we have a system that's cloud-based or internet-based, and we've been using that for several years now. But the cool thing about it, the reason that it's so helpful now is because it's cloud-based and it's like collaboration. We can send it to you and you can approve jobs through it. You can see our notes and pictures and videos of anything instead of doing like a show and tell that we like to do. Instead of being able to physically show you something, we take pictures and videos and we can send it to you and you can open a link and see exactly what we have. You can, again, approve estimates, send notes back through it if you'd like. So those are some of the things. When we do enter a vehicle, we sanitize it beforehand. We're wearing masks and gloves. And then before we release it to you, we're also sanitizing the vehicle. We're putting your keys in a Ziploc bag so we don't even have to handle your keys. So some of those things that we're doing to make sure we mitigate the spread of this virus, and we're keeping you and ourselves protected during this pandemic, unfortunately. So another thing I wanted to talk briefly about is some children they really rely on the free meals that they get in school. And unfortunately, you know, one of the downfalls during this deal is that they're not, you know, they're not in school, they're not getting those meals per se. Now, I know that the county has stepped up in there at certain locations, they're distributing meals, but for some reason, not a lot of folks are aware of it. So first off, let them make sure that if you know anybody that's struggling in that way, make sure that they know that the county is distributing the meals. But we're accepting food donations as well, and we're making food donations ourselves, and we're accepting food donations from our clients as well. There is an organization called Club Esteem in Melbourne that distributes food. I think it's over 100 meals a day, or 100 children a day that they help with these meals. They distribute that to those families, and they're doing drive-through type services. And so if you know of anybody that needs that, make sure they're aware that they can go there and accept food, make sure that they're not going hungry. But also be aware that, again, we're accepting donations and we're making donations ourselves to them. So if you have anything that you think would be helpful to them, you can drop it off here, or you can drop it off at Club Esteem, which is on Monroe Street in Melbourne. I think it's off, you know, I shouldn't say I think, it's near University and Lipscomb area. So again, thank you so much for your time and attention, and you know, don't go anywhere, but make sure you have a reliable car in the event that you need to go somewhere, and we're here for you if you do have any needs whatsoever. And don't forget, please share some of those cool things that you guys are doing. I think that's kind of the silver line in this point. We have to take advantage of our time, get those projects done, really start connecting with our families again, and you know, it's kind of odd. I'm going to ask you to stay off your phones. You know, take advantage of this time, connect with your family, and reduce the social media at this time. But take care. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy and happy, as happy as you can be. And yeah, take care. Bye.